Check, check. Check, check. Should have done this before, eh? Oh, so you can separate them. So now it's there. Is this going to show up? Ah, so you can separate your inputs. Very nice. Settings, filters, add, noise gate. There we go. Now we're back. This one's off. Filters. No suppression. this? Should be right on this one. No, there we go. Ah, that's way better, hey? Okay. That's golden, man. That's beauty. You can't even hear that pump in the background. Okay. What's the other one he was telling me about? I don't know. Add audio input. Browser source. Grab this one. Go turn it down though. There we go. Better? Turn it down a bit. Real low. Real low. And your shit now. real bad. As soon as it goes to a copyrighted song, it's gonna fuck up my shit. Okay, so we got a little bit more here. We can do a little bit more on the audio capture side of things. Filters. A bit more noise suppression because I can hear my mouse and my keyboard. Very nice. Okay, we're gonna load this game again. Das Krieg. Okay, so same story. We're going for as much as we can. My computer's just dying. I need a new computer. If anyone wants to know, I'm rocking an i7-920 from back in like 2009. Actually, no, I'm not rocking that anymore. I got an X58 motherboard, so I actually upgraded to an X5650, so like the 6-core 12-thread Xeon chip, but same motherboard, X58, so like way back in 08, 09. I got a 780 Ti. I have a 240 gig SSD, the old 840s from Samsung. I tried out a 7600K back when they came out. Yeah. No, 6700K when they came out. I didn't see any real benefit in games, but I'm regretting not keeping it now. Tried it out, gave it back. That's me. I have a little bit of Jew in me as I play the Germans. Well, basically the gist of this game is we're going for a very heavy marine or naval build. Sorry for the long setup time. I mean, you guys are gonna have to skip through that. I don't have much time. When I get time, I play my games and I play them on my own accord. So I might actually go back and hopefully try and delete that first little bit there, but that's my setting up. Thank you for the individual that helped me doing that. That's insane. So OBS is better than XSplit as far as audio is concerned. Definitely a lot cleaner. My all-in-one water cooling pump is cavitating, so it's got water in there, and I can't get it to, or sorry, not water. It's got air in it, so all you can hear right now is like bubbles flowing through the pump, and it's pissing the shit out of me. So pissing me off. Now, what were we doing? Is the big thing. What year are we in? October 37. We're going pretty deep in planes already. So I like to go fucking woof 190A. I think I showed this last time, but if you compare it to, let's do this in Western culture terms, left to right. If you look at the 190A versus the 190D, you've got, what's the difference here? Range isn't much, but your air attack is 22. That's insane. Speed is, you know, 80 kilometers is a lot. Build cost isn't much. Agility goes up by 10. Air defense goes up by not very much, but that, I mean, that air attack alone is worth. And even if you compare the fucking with A versus say even you go as far as a G BF 109. The air attack is 13 versus 12. So now put that fucking with D. I mean, you're deep in that BF 109 era. Like you're going to the Fs and the Gs, and you put a lot of time and effort into it, and you really only have 13, where the 190 was already 12. Or if you eventually get to the D, which is a lot easier later on, you get this. Like it's definitely worth going on that, rushing that. Cast wise, I'm not gonna go too crazy. I will need them, but we have enough of our research being done right now. If you guys don't know, this is also Black Ice, so it's a mod that was in Hearts of Iron 3, and it makes the game more convoluted. To the layman, it makes it more convoluted, makes it have a lot more things to worry about. But it's historically accurate. So if I want to build a, go to the tech tree, I want to build a tank in this game, I get to build whatever tank I want. I get to go down the Panzer II line if I want, and you can go all the way through the whole spectrum with different, and they've got the history here with the different barrels, the different lengths. They've got the Panzer III line, the E, F, G, H. They kind of combine these ones, but again, there's a side off too. So they use the chassis for the Stug 3, which is a huge weapon. I mean, be smart to almost go down that tree. Same thing with the Panzer IV. So this is the one I kind of rush. Not right now, we're doing kind of a Kriegsmarine build, but for Germany you'd probably kind of want to rush one or two of these. And as soon as you get to the Panzer IV F2, you can go down and get the it's a tank destroyer, but I think the well-known Panzer IV was the Stug 4, yeah. So that's a TD. So it's a turretless tank that has, you know, a vertical ability there as far as the turret's concerned. No horizontal, no 360 degree. Similar to the Stug here. Panzer IV was the most produced tank in World War II, but you can see the difference here. And with Black Ice, you've got all these different abilities to kind of go down different trees. You can go Tiger, the first one, then you can go, you know, Tiger 2, King Tiger, and then, you know, late war, we're talking past 45, you can get some pretty crazy shit. I mean, I've gone most games, I think the furthest I've gone is a Panther, the H model, which had the side barrier there, but there's one that has, as soon as you get to a certain level, there's, I think it's the G, where you actually upgun to the 7.5, so 75mm Pak 40, and that's the big game changer. If you want to fight the T-38, no sorry, T-34, if you want to fight that Russian tank, you need this gun. So before this, all the, you can see all this, the Panzer IVs had small infantry kind of explosive ammunition type guns, and as soon as you start to get to the F2G, that's your killer. If you can produce these in mass, you can do well in this game, but it's getting there is the hard part. If we look at U-boats, so you've got a whole fleshed out U-boat tree. So we can go middle, so these are like your attack submarines. These are long range, so these will reach America, right? So I've gone a little bit down here, a little bit down here. If you look at the Kriegsmarine, you actually have a fully fleshed out Kriegsmarine, which is something you don't see in the game. They've done this for Britain and most major powers. And you've even got some carriers over here, so something we can actually do. I actually did research the carrier. We can go and start doing those eventually. I won't really concentrate too much on battleships and stuff like that. I might get some carriers and some light cruiser, heavy cruisers, but my big scope, what I remember from this first little stream, was to go and get the 90 U-boats that Admiral Donitz wanted. He wanted 90 U-boats before he started World War II, and he said he could cripple the UK with that. And right now we have how many? And I want mid-range. I'm not going to count the coastals. What are these? Can't even tell. So they're long range. So call it that. Plus, let's get them all in one spot so we can count them. That's one of my goals, but we're also going to have a land army, obviously. This is my fleet. They're all there. Seriously, that's it. Oh, there we go. So these are all, yeah, but these are all coastal. So the CSS, these are all coastal. I'm not going to count those. I want 90, what do they call it? Seaworthy vessels. Long range or mid range. And right now we have, what, 2, 6, 9, 10. In production we have So we've got long range LR1s, LR1s also. This is the carrier. Hyperclass, this is a, what is that? I believe that's a battleship. Scharnhorst's battleship. So these ones are a Scharnhorst and Nice now. Those are battleships. What I need to do is create some more subs. We need to get these producing. And we're going down the tech tree. I'll show you that right away. Or not the tech tree, but the what's it called? The focus tree. We're gonna go down that in the naval pattern. I'm also building. If you can see construction-wise, I'm building submarine yards. I'm also doing. You have to keep your land units up and your planes up, obviously. But I'm building naval dockyards and aircraft because those aircraft carriers are going to be important. I want to put off war as long as I can. 39 is not out of the picture, but I'm not against it. What was I going to do here? Produce more middle class submarines. So this is a middle. This is probably the newest. It's a patrol. This is long range. Coastal. You can tell by this one. So I'm also researching the doctrine. So I've gone down the trade interdiction tree. I'm going right down the U-boat tree. So we're going wolf packs right now, which gives you huge bonuses in combined arms. And we're gonna put these guys out in triplets. We're gonna put the one in packs of 3. And I'm gonna go see my U-boat Waffe. So we really want to go this way. These are all long range, which is not bad, but what do I? So type 7A SS1. We can produce a few of those. There's nothing in there yet. We'll produce a few just so we have them on the ground. Type 7A SS1. So that's the newer one. We'll just make 2 of those boats. We don't have enough yards to work on them yet, but they will get there. The Scharnhorst, which what it should be called, is the Scharnhorst, and the Gneisenau, I think, was the second one. This will be done in 3 months, and that'll be done in a bit. So let's get the time going here. Enough time wasting. So yeah, we got resources. We're down on. The Soviets already don't want to fill our needs, so we gotta go to the US, I guess, or Venezuela. We're not at war yet. Let's see somebody else that's not. What do we need? 19. Whatever, we can deal with that. So we got Sudetenland. Are we gonna go rush this? 22 days and get Czech real quick. Or do we rush a little bit more down here? Like, all that's we're really gonna get is doctrines here, so we have to flesh this out. We are in 37, so we're too far advanced for that. If we do go to war with France, you do need the West Wall forts. I'm just gonna take it because we need to. We are not using all our factories, so we did gain some from that Sudetenland. So we've basically taken the areas around there. Producing some Panzer IVs, but the things we need the most, these trucks, armored vehicles, and artillery. I'm sure we don't need that. Support equipment always. Let's go speed 5. I'll be 1 second. Okay, so aircraft factory. I'm going to take these. These are freebies in Black Ice. They give you infantry divisions, motorized, which are awesome. There's one here. I'm going to put all my motorized in one spot. What do they give me the rest of them? 1, 2, 9 by. This is semi, but we'll put them with them. Okay. These we really can't do anything with. So Black Ice, if someone's watching, I doubt it, there's 2 people watching. But maybe future viewers on YouTube. Black Ice is way different from the base game. So you've got these mainly in the base game. In Black Ice, you have to produce your concentrated factories. So like a small arms and equipment factory will actually reduce the time it takes, and it shows you right here. So the more small arms and equipment factories you produce, it decreases your time to produce infantry equipment, garrison maintenance equipment, headquarters support, some machine guns, yada yada yada, read down the line, sniper, mountain warfare. So things that take, you know, small arms. If you produce more vehicle factories, they'll do the same thing. And the more you produce, oh, I don't even have any. Good thing I looked at that. Have we researched it yet? Yes, we have. We need one of those ASAP. Basically, what that does, I mean, if you aren't producing, if you don't have these down, you are not utilizing the factories as best they can. So what this will do is reduce our time to produce a this truck, or like one of the biggest parts of the game is an Opel Blitz, like just your regular munitions truck. If you can't produce that, you're fucked, especially in a mobile army like Germany. Here's a beer for you guys, right in the microphone. You're welcome. Same thing with artillery. If we want to produce artillery, we have to produce artillery factories. I believe we have them, yeah. No, we don't. And we can do that within our tech tree. Vision industry. So it's all in this tech tree here. So I'm doing my first one. So it's already being produced, but big difference in tech trees. So this is like your main one you usually concentrate, especially as Germany is your industrial one. Any country you'd concentrate industrially, but you can go concentrated or dispersed. They actually balance it really well in Black Ice. Right here you're going to be able to research the first workshops. You do begin with small arms ones, but these make them better. As soon as you get this, concentrate industry 2, and you have to have this one first, you can start doing the second one. So these are more efficient, and they also give those bonuses there. Recovery rates, factory output, organization, factory output, reinforce rate, yada yada yada. So we also want to do submarine workshops, which I've already done. Once that's done, or once we have some spare research, we can actually go and do the second one, which will give us better speed, more factory output. This side is construction. Obviously, I think I want to take that next. So within 28 days, I'm probably going to go for that one. How's the audio anyway? Like, I just don't know if it's good or if there's music in the background. I can actually have my tester here. That's not bad. Okay. So the whole Kriegsmarine thing is very, it's tough to do as Germany, obviously. You ever heard of the Z plan, or Plan Z? You can see it here in the tech tree. Where is it? So it's Kriegsmarine, blah blah blah, Plan Z. So the big plan, I think it was, don't quote me on dates here, but like by 45, I think 1945, they wanted to have a naval equalization with Great Britain, if not better than, or at least be able to combat them on the seas, right? Like to have a bit of a fighting chance. At this point, they had nothing. They had some old ass battleships. The United Kingdom fleet was the biggest in the world. It was very thin because they had a lot of things to take care of, but just being motivated. So I have all this political power. I'm going to, yeah, why not? Arms factories, yeah. So now we've we've built another U-boat factory. You've seen that here, construction. So one of those got completed. We're doing another one. That's Wunderbar. And you can show here what it does. So it actually makes the attack better. The build costs less. Sorry. No, it's just build cost less for those type of submarines. My bad. Vehicle factory, so that's what I put on top there. We've just produced 2 of them. And we should probably do 1 more. That's a very important thing, especially if we're going land-based, but you still need them regardless. And look at all these. I've upped this one already to elite. I mean, I don't know. So now here you can see 5.7%. So I had 0 before, I have 2 now, so it's decreased it by 5.7%. The big one you usually kind of get later on in the game. I like lots of light aircraft because you want to produce those. We're going to fight Britain. As you can see here, I have some queued up for light aircraft. We'll eventually want tank and artillery. Actually, that's almost done. Artillery is right here, so 6 days. And we're going to go for construction number 2. No, I want to take the one that's not being used. This one. So simmer style in there, you want to use the frickin'. So U-boat level 13. So you can see my build kind of attack here is heavy U-boat. So Goadings for your plan. If you guys haven't seen the first stream, this whole left side is different now. You can't just go and rush build industrial effort. It's year based. You can't start it until that year, like it states. You also have to take girdings for your plan first, and then within that they've got it separated. So you got the Reichsautobahn, so infrastructure, your highways and your infrastructure. You've got the west wall, which are your defenses, so the walls against the Maginot Line, and then I think there's a little bit of, yeah, these are all pretty much, there's a couple coastal forts, but these are actually important. If you go to war without doing a couple of these, it's going to be hard. France will just rush you right through their own Maginot Line, even though they didn't do that historically. And these are just min-maxing. I'm just going to go with 4 year. As far as my army and my air force, the big thing about this mod is you want to lay as many things down as you can. So the bigger my air force is on the ground, the cheaper it is for me to research and develop said doctrine or group. So if I have more airplanes on the ground, it costs me less to research airplanes. Do 2 more. We might actually hit another level here. You'll see it if I hit it. We'll have to reorganize these later, but for now we can just put everything we have down, and we'll see this here. Come on. Where is it? Here. So average air force, does it tell me? It doesn't tell me shit. But large army, as soon as I went over a certain point, a certain amount of units on the ground, my land doctrine research time went down. As soon as I reach a certain level of army experience command, yada yada, general staff, and that's all. So these are all added. So as soon as I can actually reach a, I don't know what it would be called, but a superior air force or something like that, like a better air force, it would decrease my doctrine time. which is uber fantastical. Gonna flesh out some of these. Look at how many trucks we need. So we need some more of those truck factories. But again, I want to try this stupid ass. Thinking of it now, hindsight, it is stupid. This Kriegsmarine build. We build a bunch of fucking boats and try and. So now we got the artillery. We can do bombers. I don't need munitions. We need munitions is a bit different. I'll show you how that works. But we do want to produce our first artillery workshop. So we all know artillery is super important in war. I'm just gonna max that out. 2, 2, 2, and I'm gonna rush those. Nope. You and you. And I'm gonna put more in support. 2 more in support. This wall's done. Oh, you know what we should do? We can either gain rest of Czech or go naval. Let's do this for a bit. Might seem stupid, but motivate the Navy. Oh, we have one more. So we do need, no, we have too many. Chromium. Just want what I need. Up the time a bit. I'll separate out our subs, but need to up my sub count. As soon as the, why are these on this? You know what? I might not take this. No, that's the carrier. This once it's done, it's done. This once it's done, it's done. We'll do a couple of these. Long range, I only want a couple more. Did we research the other sub yet? No. So skills and training's done. We need this next. All these conversion speeds and yada yada. Yeah, I'm gonna do Navy light aircraft. Beautiful. Artillery. Beautiful. No deal. What is this? So they haven't fleshed this out. Doesn't mean anything. Our economic minister, the illustrious Halmar Schacht, has been seriously criticizing Herr Göring's economic plan as of late, saying that Germany is likely to be bankrupt if the plan is continued much longer. While Herr Schacht is a stellar economic mind, his criticism could be very damaging to our image and our authority, particularly as it would interrupt Herr Göring's economic program. Should we remove him? I don't really want any more political power, but it doesn't tell me what the negative is, or the positive. Whatever, fuck them. Okay, so this is done. We're gonna do improved equipment conversion. I'm still working on this. I'm only down to 1. Well, it's dead. So one of the people watching was me. That's just depressing. Well, people can watch it later on YouTube. Wunderbar. Let's not forget about our infantry divisions and our motorized divisions, because we're going to have some of them. Almost don't want these battleships, but they're there, right? Soviet Union doesn't want to fuck around with oil. What are we going to do with you? It's not worth it. No. What can you give us? 15? We'll take the rest from Venezuela, because they're corruptible. It's already down here, right? Fuck, we need some text for that. Yeah. It's important. What's the bonus here? I don't get it. Like, they give you a positive, but what's the negative? Right, let's go historic. We have more. So we've completed a battleship. I want to go for these mid-range. Tech tree should reflect that. So HQ radios, I'm actually going to go down, motivate the Navy. We're going to do some more U-boat. So this one's next. Down for a second. What's up, Samuel? Thanks for stopping by, man. I was trying audio settings for like the first hour, but we're doing like a little bit of a Kriegsmarine build. Good to see you again. Any input on building a Kriegsmarine? I'm doing the tree. This is obviously black ice, but I'm doing the tree. I've hit everything but Plan Z. I mean, all the Plan Z is going to give me is a lot of the stuff I really don't need right now. Yeah, I can actually see the chat. I'm hitting U-boats up real hard. Artillery factories, obviously. Yeah, no, I've got 3 screens. You guys should see my setup. I should do a little video of my setup. It's pretty sick. Oh, really? It should not be echoing. Fuck, I hate that, man. Okay, hold up. I have 2 going here. 1 second, guys. Thanks, man. Thanks for letting me know. So no one's listening to me. Oh my god. So I forgot to turn that off. How's that now? Measure twice and do once, right? So is that better though, Samuel? Like, that should be way better. I had my desktop audio reverbing on me. Weird. Shouldn't echo. I have no other inputs. Let me do even now. So nope, no good, or nope, no more echo. Because I see a lot of background noise being canceled out by the... Really? Maybe I have to turn on the gain or something. That's probably what's going to help. Just a little bit lower. How about that? I'm going to talk really, 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 really loud. How's that? Turn down the input volume. Well, I just did, so it obviously worked, I guess. Yeah, I had the gain way too high, or just the volume in general. I don't know what I'm doing. I used to have a 6 setup, and now I'm trying to figure it all out again. But thanks for the input on the echo, man, because this is gonna be all garbage now. I gotta go back and do it all again. How you been there, by the way? What have you been up to? That's weird. I was telling before when I first started the stream, I had the program from Adobe Audition, and it's sick. But I can't afford the $24 a month they want to have that kind of volume set up. You have a major holiday. Good for you. Nice. Good for you, man. That's freaking always good. Yeah, it's the busiest time of year for me with work, so it's just been stupid. Can't play. Get these nights so often. What games you playing? Gonna set up some armies while we talk. Yeah, I know about the delay. It's tough. I just gotta set it up my own, but I didn't have time. I just want to play some games. If I stream, the echoing sucks because people will tune in and then they don't watch later. But I really don't care. Just here to chill, talk to people. I want to talk about the game more than anything. It's not about really viewership anymore. But I appreciate letting me know that it was freaking echoing, because that's the worst. No one's gonna watch then. Nice. Total War 2 Shogun. Oh, it's one of the best games ever. Lost a lot of hours in that game. All the Total War series until they started getting. As soon as I pre-bought Rome 2, I lost a lot of love for that development team. Rome Total War, the first one, I was addicted to it. Best game I think ever. Next to Hearts of Iron, I think I've sunk probably 1,000 hours into Rome, the first Rome, Total War Rome. Probably 200 into Medieval, or whatever the one's called. Probably 800 into Shogun. Total War franchise has a lot to give, and if they just didn't fuck it up, it would be so much better. Like that, as soon as I played the first game of Rome, when I got to first off manage my armies on the battle map like chess, and then I got to go into the battle, my mind was blown. I called in sick for like 3 days and just gamed it, and it was probably a big change in my life, I think, because as far as the way I looked at games and how they could be built and shit. Yeah, that's cool too. It's more of like the Warhammer franchise is more of what do they call it? An arcade type game. I like the long game. Like I would play. There's a couple mods actually you should play for. Shogun's got some wicked mods. So Total War franchise has some of the best mods. There's I know for the the Darth mod for the Rome franchise or for the Rome era was good. Shogun, I can't remember the mods, but they get in depth. They're more long term. Like they'll give you like a kind of a 6-month kind of playthrough. When I get exited, I don't know what you mean. Echo still. I don't know what the hell it is, man. Oh, excited. Now it's back, so you have to put Newsgate up. It didn't work. Cut fade, studio mode. What's studio mode? No, I want that. Hmm. Yeah, I was just testing out some new features here. I'm trying to see how I can set this noise suppression and a new filter. So that should work too a little bit. Can you hear me at low levels though? Like if I talk really low like this? I'm just saying random words. Oh, it's weird. I got a sick mic now. Really, really nice mic, and then I got that program from Adobe, and then I just can't afford to play with it. So it was wicked when I had it. I'm almost better off doing just videos and then uploading them. I do like the whole idea of streaming though. Okay, how about that? Is that better? It's all my gains, and there's like a certain amount of noise capture I'm doing. How about that? Is that better? That should be better? No? Or worse? Okay, so back at this. So yeah, Total War's wicked games. I almost want to get back into. I almost go back to their single, the first Rome. With nets. Researched all those. I do want Dockyards 2 research. We have to wait for that. Tanks, I do need the Panzer IV. I just started using OBS though because I was sick of the background noise, and my all-in-one water pump on my computer has a bunch of air in it, so you can just hear all the air bubbles going through it, and I can't get rid of them. I've tried shaking it around, lying it up, lying it down. Okay, munitions are done. Start doing these. More subs. I want to put 90 subs down and see what the hell Britain can do. Yeah, I think I'm better off doing like an actual like let's play, like I record it and then I upload it. So someone getting back into Hearts of Iron, I would probably do Black Ice. I like the way that it's built. I know it's a lot of stuff to deal with as far as most new players are used to, but it's my game. I can't really go back. But I'd like to do like an actual whole series. It's tough with the AI the way it is. I mean, you almost have to still do every move yourself, just like the old one. Okay, so we got the fucking roof. So we're gonna change our production of planes. This is what I hate too. So as soon as I start producing Falcon Woofs, I will start to replace my BF-109Cs. It's almost like you want to do both. Good plane though. And that makes me want to maybe go and rush the D. Oh yeah, we can do it in 400 days. Like I was showing them before. Maybe you'd have more insight into this. There's Samuel. Look at this alone. The fucking Wolf 190A is 12 air attack, and the D for 400 days is 22. It's well worth it, I think. Yeah, I know. I love that part too. Like the whole naval invasion on Hearts of Iron 4 is so much easier. Like they've streamlined all that shit. Like the AI is still garbage, but at least they've simplified that. They've simplified the error a lot too. I like the error a bit. Like it's not too bad. Black Ice added. How can I do this? Black Ice added a few more areas. So they used to be like very broad. Like it would be like this. They wouldn't have Danzig. They'd have pretty much Western Poland and then Eastern Poland, and that was it. So Black Ice added a lot. They added the same things they did in Hearts of Iron 3, which is like the NATO symbols for planes as well. So like you got like a fighter bomber and shit like that. Yeah, see you later, Samuel. Thanks for popping in, man. Yeah, what are we gonna do here? I think the D, man. Whatever. The best plane out there. Best fighter. Now that I say that, maybe I want to put some more down. Okay, naval motivated. Ammunition factory, good. All of you down. I want the big planes. Germany, or Berlin, I mean. The shitty part is, so as soon as I lay those BF-109Cs down, it's gonna replace them with Focke-Wulf. You too, Samuel. See you, man. What can we do here? We want more light. I can't do any more of these, kind of. Need more land to do more subs. Move small arms. Uniforms we could do with. Light aircraft we have. Munitions. Truck factories. And then the next thing that comes available, we'll do tanks. So construction. After that, we'll do tank factories. Good idea. Nice, another one. Good. So there we go. So after I lay down all those planes, it's actually gone and given me the next level of it. So the trick is to lay them down, have them on the ground, and you get these advantages. So the worst one is token Air Force, then you have small, then you have average, and I guess large is between average and massive, I think. If we go here, you can see that. Large Air Force. So air doctrine research time went down by some more. Try and put some more planes down. Where is that? So we're just producing Focke-Wulf A's. All of them. How's our ships doing? Some HQ radios. Navy. U-boat. Artillery. No deal. Just give me 1 sec, I'll be right back. I might actually save it here. I want to switch games. That's Creed 2. Then we will switch over to City Skylines. There we go. Okay, so we have this Brexit, nicely named. Show you guys the city we got going. Alright. You can see this whole big old cluster. That's pretty cool. So we've got, check some audio here. There we go. No sound. What's over there? Yes. Audio capture should be good. Check, check. Check, check. More sound now.